here's Jesse Waters, who there's of course misogyny, latent, or not so much racism embedded in what he's saying here. But there is a kernel of truth that I want to point out in his anger about the results. Here he is on what's on Fox News on the 5. Yeah.
Bunch more House Republicans are going to come in through the West Coast. You think this is going to be a nail biter? They're going to have the House. It's not going to be the biggest margin of all time. It's going to be bigger than they say it is right now.
Yeah.
But this was a red wave if you're looking at in Florida. Stacey's no longer with us. She's going to go back to writing erotic novels. Abbott won. Beto, bye-bye. Find another office to run. There's just not the hatred for Joe Biden that there is for Barack Obama and for the Clintons. There's not a hate Biden vote that's out there. You know, when you go with Trump's on the ballot, there's that hate Trump Democrat vote. People just don't feel the same passion against the guy that they also feel.
Can you pause it for a sec? I don't need to take this off, but just, I mean, you can also view his anger there through the lens of, why didn't we do a better job with this? This is our propaganda outfit. It was easy with us with Barack Obama because of the whole black thing.
Right.
And with Hillary Clinton, we actually put the work in, blood, sweat, and tears, to make sure that the Clintons were synonymous with corruption in the United States.
You know the truth, though? Like, I think it is the identity things, because I think Bill Clinton, like, if he could have ran again, like, I think that guy would still win elections.
It's not one thing or the other, right?
Yeah.
I mean, with Obama, it's pretty clear.
It is black,
it's pretty obvious. Black. But Hillary Clinton, there is a lot of internalized misogyny about her, but you know, they built a narrative for many, many years.
The Clinton crime family.
Decades, yeah. They're like, they were asking the Vince Foster question on Fox News. So keep going, but there is there is truth to what he's saying here.
We have a problem demographically. Single women are voting for Democrats by 30 points.
37.
37 points.
Yeah.
And in urban America, they're cleaning our clocks in the cities. Cleaning our clocks. I'm not saying anything nefarious is going on, but they are cleaning our clocks in the cities, and we're giving it away. And the fact that these youth voters are coming in so strong on an off year is very concerning. It looks like they've been brainwashed. This new generation is totally brainwashed, because a lot of these single women that vote 37 spreads for Democrats are teaching all of our younger generation in these schools, and they're polluting their minds, and then they grow up, and then they're in their 20s, and then they vote for
There's so much to get into, but like to call all this, like, this is all just in the purely like ideas, like these sorts of voting patterns are fairly obvious to anybody who is this age, which is like our potential for having children and these sorts of like major life events are structurally and economically like foreclosed upon relative like to, I mean, even I don't know how old Jesse Waters is, maybe 40, even like that age, because of the financial crisis 2008.
Well, Jesse Waters understands the mind of young women, because one of them is his partner, a former intern of his, that he took the air out of her tires by his own admission in order to keep her in the building so he could have a date with her. So he understands women. But I also love his perception, like, all of these young women are teaching our kids, because it's like a 1960s idea of what a female career is when you're in your 20s. They're all teachers until they get married, right?
I think it was Jess Tarlov who's like the, with that, for lack of a better term, token Democrat on the panel, who was like, Jesse, even she was like, all right, we gotta move on. Like, I mean, wrap this up, Jesse.
It's not that hard, Jesse, though. The reason young women are voting for Democrats by those margins is because of abortion. And we'll be talking to Ryan Grimm about this in a second. Like, yeah,
They've been brainwashed.
We younger women want our bodies to not be ruled over by people like you. But
you've been brainwashed by the imposition of hurdles into your health care.
And I'm brainwashing all of you. So like I'm almost a super teacher, because I do this over the internet, my indoctrination. But here we go.
Where are we?
We are coming to you for your reactions of anything.
I don't know. I can't get wrapped up in this. I don't see what the problem is. I didn't need a red.
All right. Well, so
even Gutfeld was like, "I'm not touching this one."
Yeah, but Gutfeld's the only Republican commentator I've seen that has kind of downplayed some of this. If the Republican margin is as small as it looks, it's the second best case scenario that we could have had. The Democrats holding on to the House was always a long shot, but that was the best case scenario, and the Senate as well. But we're in the second best case scenario situation, which is hopefully holding on to the Senate and losing the House by a small margin, enough to create dysfunction within the Republican Party and have them infight. And hopefully not enough Republicans will be able to hold the debt ceiling hostage in order to get cuts to Social Security and Medicare, or any of the more extremist things. You can have more moderate Republicans in blue states who will defect. And Sean Patrick Maloney lost. So we're in second best case scenario territory.
Like I think like if you, especially in like midterms where there's sort of an expectation or conventional wisdom that you're going to lose ground. For me personally, it's like at least the sort of squad and squad adjacent stuff swelled in size. So like that's the most important thing for me.
Yes. We'll talk about that with Ryan Grimm, but man, there and two really strong progressives in the House coming out of Pennsylvania, let alone we have Kasar and in Washington, and
Maxwell Frost.
Right, Maxwell Frost. So lots of great developments from this midterm cycle.